The Pacific leaders keep on saying that our security issues is not military. It's climate change. That's our security issue because it impacts on food security as well. Now, over the years, almost every year, some Pacific leader will go to this Shangri-La Defense Dialogue in Singapore and mention this. But then the Western media keep on talking about security issues, naval bases. China doesn't come here to the region. When I was in Fiji, I noticed they don't come to the region and talk about security issues.
Well, can you elaborate on that? You said that this is in terms of climate challenges for the Pacific Island countries. China has the know-how that it could share with this region. Can you expand on that and what they could learn from China, what China could offer?
Yeah, now I can remember last year I did a story for South China Morning Post. I interviewed Chinese agricultural technicians. There's 7 of them in Fiji who are training young Fijians to farm rice and introducing new technology, new seeds to young people. So what the Chinese technicians told me was that they want to make it fashionable for young people to get into rice farming because it's a high-tech industry. It's not getting your feet in the mud like in olden days their parents may have done. So this is the type of technology China can offer where young people can be encouraged to get into farming because that's the food security is a big issue for the Pacific Islands using this new technology.
So some critics do say that China is coming into the region with its aid and cooperation projects, and they portray this as exploitation and an attempt to change the landscape of the region. What do you say to this, Doctor?
Now the thing is, China's, because the West has seen, they call it donor nations. They donate money, they see it as a charity and they call it aid. Where from my understanding, China's assistance to developing countries is more like building partnerships, more like investments. So this is what I think the Pacific countries also need to understand. It's a different relationship when you look at it. When you say exploitation, people are looking at it through an old lens of relations between the rich and the poor countries as aid, as a charity. Now, let me give you an example from Southeast Asia. In May, I traveled on this railway China built in Laos, a 415 kilometers railway, very impressive technological feat. Now, it is, you will find the Western media in Australia, everywhere, they always talk about a 5.5 billion debt trap China has set to Laos. But the Laotians don't see it that way. They see it as an opportunity that China has helped to open up a landlocked country into the 21st century. And the railway, which is run, is a joint venture between a Chinese company, which owns 70% of the shares, it's a public company, and a Lao public company, which owns 30% of the shares. So Chinese company is liable for 70% of the debts to be paid back, and Laos for 30% of the debts. So these are what is called partnerships as an investment.